Welcome, everyone, on this fabulous day on the 28th of October. Some of us are recouping from the World Series from last night or early this morning, depending on where you're living. And before we go any further, I'd like to introduce my two co-hosts today. Marcia, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I am sleepy. I hung in there. I'm on the East Coast. I hung in there till 2 a.m. watching that 18-inning World Series game. Even though I'm a Mets fan, I enjoy baseball, and it was fabulous. So I'm happy to be here.
Well, that is great. And Liz, how are you doing?
A little less sleepy probably than she is. I hung in for it too. I'm out here on the West Coast, in California. So it was wonderful to see my Dodger blue pull it out. So
that was exciting for you, huh?
Yeah, it was really good. I'm sorry, we're gonna take it a second year. I don't care what anybody says,
Well, there you
including
go.
our wonderful guest that we have today, Mr. Justin Berti. And I can't roll the R quite as well, but
that's great.
I just wanted to say, I'm so excited to talk to you. And literally, Michael's probably going to have to mute me at some point with some of the stuff that I want to
I have the
about.
button already, Liz. Don't worry.
I know you do.
I do. And if it gets really bad, I might have to kick you. So,
Yeah, I know. What exactly made you interested in acting? I know that you kind of started in some junior theater when you were in junior high school, and you went on in through to Division I baseball.
Yeah.
With the Fighting Lions at Columbia
Yes.
University.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you seem to go back into acting. What was that whole progression?
It started high school, and high school was the real deal. It was just our drama teacher, Mark Dressler of Laguna Beach Unified School District, tried to recruit me when I was in middle school. But because I played baseball in Southern California, that's a year-round endeavor. So I knew I probably wouldn't have time. And then go to high school, always was friendly with Mr. Dressler. He even went to my baseball games, and he was very close to my mother, who was a substitute teacher in the district. And sophomore year, I go into a video production class where you learn about how do you make little movies or editing and fades and all this stuff. But one of the requirements were you needed to film the school musical. Yeah. And I filmed Bye Bye Birdie. Not Bye Bye Berti, but Bye Bye Birdie.
Birdie, yeah.
And I'm filming this, and I see every night standing ovations, people laughing. Like, the response of the audience was incredible. And I was a very good baseball player, and no one came to see baseball in Laguna Beach. It's not a baseball town. So I'm like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. I want people to come to my performances. So I said to myself, next year I'll be on that stage. And Mr. Dressler was the director, and I got the leading role in You Can't Take It With You. It's an ensemble piece, but in the movie it's played by Jimmy Stewart, who happens to be my favorite actor.
One of mine as well.
Yeah, that's how it all began, was just auditioning and Mr. Dressler giving me a chance, and then the rest is history. Then I was in every school production starting junior year.
You basically got that bug in your vein. You can't quite get rid of it because you're getting that, that accolation that you wanted when you were playing baseball, but you weren't quite feeding that need that you got on stage.
Yeah, it is an adrenaline rush when you hear, because it was all theater at first. When you hear them laugh at a joke or go, ooh, oh, well, immediate reaction, awesome.
When I was in college, I did quite a bit myself, so I understand that. Yeah. I have to tell you something funny though.
Go ahead.
You have been basically living in my home as a voice in my home for probably the last 16 to 17 years.
Have you been paying rent?
Here's the thing. Yeah, I want back rent there.
You're going to love this.
Oh, look at his face.
I know. Because one of the first Lifetime movies I saw you on, I didn't recognize your face, but I kept hearing that voice. I know that voice. I know that voice. And when I started to do research, I figured it out. Mario Kart.
Oh my God. When you said 16, 15, that's all I thought. I was like, but how would you have it was the arcade game?
Yep.
Wait, you could buy the arcade game?
At the time, yeah, you could.
I thought it was only at the arcades.
No, it
Luigi
became
in
so
second. Mario
famous
pulls
that
the first.
Atari put it out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's what I thought. But I was like, there's no way. Because unless you were going to the arcades every day.
No, you were in her house.
When, in the 80s, when, in the late 70s and 80s, we were, but, our kids were doing, all the arcade video games and Atari and stuff. But yeah, I thought that was so funny when I finally realized it's like, oh my God, that connect voice to face. And I'm like, ah! So I thought that was really funny. And then another reason also, I think you've been floating around so much is when you did the Chase International commercial, you would pop up on the television screens as well. So it's like, I agree with Michael. I think you owe me rent here.
I think so. Yes.
Wow. That's incredible. I was not expecting those two things to be brought up today.
That's what we're known for.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah. Moving on. Yeah, moving on. Speaking of Mario,
I feel like this is the hot wing, the hot take, hot ones.
Yeah, or
this is like hot ones where you're like, how the heck did they get this?
Or this is your life.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say, Michael. This is your life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Mario Kart, now you moved to Japan pretty shortly, after you got out of Columbia University. What made you decide to go to Japan and start this whole career of 12 years of, doing things commercials wise and other things in the industry?
So I usually preface it with, I didn't choose Japan. Japan chose me. I graduated Columbia. My mom moved out. She's the best mom in the world. We got a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in North Central Park. That's great. That's livable. 9/11 happens. No one's hiring. She can't get a job. We have to downgrade to a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. That gets a little tense when, I'm how do you say it? I'm a growing boy and I'm living with my mom, and we have a door that separates us. I'm like, oh my God, I got to figure out a way to get my own apartment. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to try to make a very long story short. Acting classes, my teacher said I'm too tense, I'm too muscular. Everything is chest acting. Okay. So, I saw a sign on one of the bus stops in New York City that said shiatsu massage, call Yukiko, $10 for 30 minutes. I'm like, wow, that sounds amazing. Maybe a massage is what's going to loosen me up and relax, and I could be this amazing actor. Anyway, so meet Yukiko. She gives me a student discount. I keep going to her for shiatsu massage that are incredible. And then she sends out a flyer to all her clients. If you love children and are interested in Japan, I am holding an interview for an English teacher in the countryside of Japan. So I go, wait, I'm great with kids. I'm animated. I don't know much about Japan, but maybe if I get this job, I'll save enough money to move back to New York and get my own place. Anyway, 700 people called her. She interviewed 100. That company chose one person. That's me. A 1-year visa turned into 12 years.
Wow. I know during that time, you actually landed, I think would be an outstanding job to do. You do have an absolutely remarkable voice, and I think it was perfect for it, was when you started to become an announcer there for the Major League Baseball system. How exactly, you went there for acting opportunities.
Because you love baseball.
So both of them do.
We both do.
Yeah. So I played semi-pro there just for a very short while, and then I had a visa issue that sent me back, and then no longer could I make the team. So I always wanted to play ball. I wanted to play professionally in Japan, but they choose major leaguers. It would be a very long shot for me to get it. But of course, I know the game. And one of my agents said, Justin, would you be interested in could you be an announcer for a baseball game? I said, I was born to be an announcer for a baseball game. Because I would do, now batting. My dad and I, we used to go, now batting, number 2, Derek Zeta, number 2. We used to think that this added the echo. So she gets me a meeting at a restaurant with the Tokyo Dome sound engineer. And he just said, can you just give me an example of announcing one player coming up to bat? And I go, now batting, the right fielder, number 51, Ichiro Suzuki. And he's like, you got the job.
Oh my.
From right there, because they said, well, do you know the rules? I go, I played baseball. Of course I know the rules. And it was a simple job. You know, please watch out for foul balls, no flash photography. Let's stand up for the seventh inning stretch. Now coming into pitch for blah, blah, blah is blah, blah, blah. I elbowed my agent on the first time where I'm seeing Major League Baseball players play all Major League All-Stars playing Japanese All-Stars. And I tap her. I go, don't tell the client, but I would do this for free. And she goes, okay. And it was, my mom flew out 2 times to see the opening series. I believe it was Mariners versus the Red Sox, and one was the Athletics versus the Mariners. Anything that had Japanese superstars on the team. So Ichiro was on the Mariners, and Daisuke was on the Red Sox. And I did that twice, and then I did the World Baseball Classic, I think 3 times or 2 times. I can't remember.
You also did an announcing, I believe, for a sumo match as well at one point.
K1, mixed martial arts.
K1. Oh, okay.
It was called K1. I don't think it exists anymore, but that was MMA fighting in a ring.
Right.
In this corner, all that. I just, this is just stuff that comes. It's only in Japan that I'm able to, if it's America, then they're going to go with some guy that has minor league experience or maybe major league experience, but it's not really a name, and they'll try to cut him down for money, whatever it might be. I would be way back in line. But in Japan, they're like, can you do an Italian accent? I'm like, oh, yeah, it's Mario, Luigi, and they're like, oh, you're perfect. So then you get this huge job where you're the voice of the arcade game, and then you're announcing Major League Baseball games. It's only in Japan.
That is absolutely so amazing. And speaking of only in Japan, I have something that I wanted to pull up and share with you because I absolutely have to ask this. How much fun did you have when you played a little bit with the Tokyo Giants and the Hiroshima Carps?
So that was trying out for the professional teams. They allow anyone to walk on. And the first time I ever did it, I went to Hiroshima. You have to run the 50-meter under a certain time, and you have to throw the ball a certain length. So I ran the 50-meter under their time, and then I'm watching people throw from home plate. You have to throw a ball to center field. I forgot what the meters were. But they're throwing rainbows. Are we still there?
Yeah, we're still there.
Oh, okay.
Just take a look at what's on the screen.
Oh, okay. Teen. Oh, my God.
One of those pictures I warned you about.
This is, oh my God, this is great. I can see this. So they're throwing rainbows, and I'm like, well, that's not baseball. No one's going to hire someone that throws a rainbow to make it. They want to throw like a line drive. So I threw it, and I was probably 1 or 2 meters behind the goal. And I said to myself, oh my God, they're definitely going to hire me. They're going to see that it's a line drive. It doesn't matter. First time in my life, I have a number on, and they say, when we say your number, take it off and put it in a pile. First time in my life, I had to take off a number, put it in the pile. I am depressed, literally depressed. My boss at the time of the English school drove me there. Everyone was so excited. They're like, oh my God, we're going to have a chance to see a major, a professional baseball player. I have to, we go there. It's only like 10 minutes of the tryout. It's over. I'm done. In the pile. We go to the Hiroshima World War II Museum, which is about the bomb there.
Right.
So depression then doubles, watching and looking and learning. And for about 6 months, I got in maybe 3 months, excuse me. I got in a funk. I was teaching English. I kept to myself. And I said, I'm not going to let someone tell me that my baseball career is over. So I started asking all my Japanese friends, do you have a brother or anybody that can play baseball? And they said, yeah, my brother. And we would make the fake trial, and I would throw the ball. I lived close to a school where it was like my backyard. I walked back, and they had a baseball net with bouncing rubber balls. That's what in Japan they practice with when you're in middle school. I would throw the ball up, it would bounce, I would hit it. I would try to find some in the woods, I would hit it. Somebody saw me do that the next morning. It's like out of a movie. The next morning, there's a full bucket of balls. And their coach said, would you like to practice with the team? I said, sure. And I told him I'm going to do the Hiroshima Carps test and I'm going to do the Tokyo Giants tryout. The next 2 times I passed the first section and I did phenomenally. I'm telling you, you get three pitches that you can swing at. And I'm line drive. I go to right field. I'm throwing laser beams. I go to shortstop, everything. But I'm not an ex-minor league ball player. They're going to go with a 6'4" pitcher. They're going to go with some guy that's known for hitting bombs, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I swear to God, I did so well. And that's how I got on that TV show.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you got,
I know at one point
I'm
you
under
threw
the weather, by the way. Look how I
yeah.
came to life.
You came to life. Yes, you did.
Miss Marcia, I'm going to throw it to you before Michael puts me off the
Yeah.
air. Or you do.
Thank you. Yeah. So which position is your favorite in baseball? Well, did you have a favorite position?
I would say center field. I was shortstop through high school, and then I went to Columbia. And the first year at shortstop, I got a ball that bounced and hit me in the eye, and it kind of startled me. I'm like, this is the moneymaker, and it startled me. And I pulled my quads that year, and I quit baseball. So the next year, I had to come. There was a new coach. The next year, a new coach. I was a walk-on. This coach tried to recruit me to Dartmouth, but he pretended that he didn't remember me. And then I played right field for Columbia because their right field goes further out, and I was fast. So then I had an arm. So they needed someone to cover ground. But center field, you can daydream a little bit, and then the pitcher, and then you get into that stance. I like center field.
Are you a fan of a particular team nowadays?
Oh yes, Yankees.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm a Yankees fan.
I know.
But here's the honest truth. It's been a while. Like after Jeter retired, I lost interest in baseball in general, and I don't watch sports often. I'm very focused on making money. That's just how I've been the last 5 years. It's a bit of a, I'm not gonna say a sickness, but it's a bit of a ruthlessness, like Jordan would be in his competitiveness. I am ruthless when I think of acting as an industry and a business.
Focused.
So
I mean, when somebody like Otani comes along, you have to give a little bit of.
No. Oh, I watch the highlights. I'm a highlight person. I can't watch the game. I will, now that I know that went to 18 innings, I'll watch the 10-minute highlight reel of what happened.
That's enough because I'm still wiping the sleep out of my eyes.
Yeah. Okay.
But so to get to your acting, you're something else. Okay. you had me laughing. You had me angry with you. I wanted to strangle you. I wanted to, like put you in the cornfield somewhere,
Dig a big hole. Dig a big hole for me. Man, there's some characters that are awful.
Well, for instance, I've watched several of your pieces. One, the latest one was the Cowgirl Rules.
Oh my Lord. What is that?
That's what I want to know. What?
Okay, I can start off like this. Vertical acting is Navy SEALs training for actors. There is a stigma with vertical shorts in the industry in general. Terrible scripts, overacting, blah, 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 blah. And there's people that raise their nose to it, and that's fine. Go ahead. You wait for Ozark season 5, okay? Be my guest.
They were the same ones, the critics that said that Star Wars was awful, the worst thing they'd ever seen when it first came out.
Okay.
And they changed the tune 6 months later.
As I'm watching movies now, it's just like everything is a vertical but higher budget. That's it. Everything is a vertical, just a higher budget. So it's Navy SEALs training because one, you're working, facts are facts. You're working with people of a different culture 90% of the time. That is totally fine. But the way they're going to tell you how to do something is not going to be sugar-coated as maybe an American telling you, could you try it this way, blah, blah, blah. That role, every line I have is a threat. Every line is a threat. How is there an arc? There's no arc. So I told the director, I said to him, Sean is great. Him and I, we worked at, I said, come on, man, you know, everything's too intense. Let me go. Let me just be menacing with the threats. I just have to show the whip. I don't have to yell that I'm going to whip someone. Just let me, you know, and we went back and forth. And then he just said, the client wants the aggressiveness because supposedly that's what the audience wants. I have no idea truly what the audience wants, but I can't imagine someone watching 60 to 90 minutes of something where one person stays on one level. To me, that's boring. Okay? But that's the Navy SEALs training, because guess what? I'm a soldier. They're the captain, and they say, we don't give a shit about your feelings. Do it this way. So then as an actor, you got to figure out, is there a way that I can manipulate it somehow that it makes it real and interesting? And my first vertical ever, I'm sitting at a table. I'm a brother. The other brother's getting married to someone we don't want them to get married to because of the money. And the director says, guys, on this next one, you need to be more. I want you to point to the person you're talking to. For everyone watching, I'm going to repeat that. I want you to point to the person you're talking to. So I say to myself, well, I'm Italian, so this is going to work out fine. And there's ways to do it. You have to imagine, here's the antagonist telling me blah, 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 and they're blaming my son for something. My son's there. And I can go, how dare you accuse him? That's my son over there. And if you ever, go like this, if you ever do that to him again, you will be fired. And it worked. So that's where you're in the trenches, right? And all of a sudden, enemies behind you. How do you change it up to make it work for you?
Yeah.
That's why I call it Navy SEALs training. If anyone wants to just sit home and wait for that big job, whatever that may be, and you don't want to be on the front lines of acting where the script doesn't make sense, the narrative doesn't make sense, and you got to slap someone, you got to be slapped, all within a 2-page scenario, sit out. But if you want real training and get the muscles huge, verticals are the way.
Wow. It's interesting how you made that analogy toward making muscles huge, because you also are very physical. You've done yoga and you've taught yoga. So that whole, and in fact, didn't you have a nickname, like the Yoganator?
The Yoganator, yes.
So was that given to you? Did you choose that? How did that come to be?
I made it up. I did some modeling in Japan, and at a fashion show, I was wearing swim trunks and a new wetsuit top. And because the wetsuit top looks like that Spider-Man material, I put these Bono-esque glasses on, and I came out like a robot. And when I did that, everyone thought, okay, that's interesting. You're not walking out like it's a normal catwalk. I came out like a robot. And then I've always been physically fit. So then when a dance studio needed a yoga and fitness instructor, I said, all right, I got to make something different. Like I think I've been ahead of the game, because I'm looking at YouTube. I've been incorporating yoga and fitness for a long time. So is my teacher, Duncan Wong. He's been doing that a lot. But I didn't want the Om Shanti Shanti, Om Om. I did not want to do that, because to me that was boring. I don't want to hold poses for 5 full breaths. I didn't want to do that. So I tried to make it lively, like, hey, do you want a stretch? Do you want to open up your body but also get physically fit? Take the Yoganator class. That's how that came up.
So are you still doing that, or is that?
No, I don't teach. My backyard right here, I have all my kettlebells, my medicine ball, my trampoline, my TRX, my balance balls. It's all in the backyard. I do that. That's just for longevity. And I think, this is just I'm competitive, and I think some of the best actors probably are competitive as well. Let's try to make this the best thing. I want to outshine you. If I see someone has even more talent than me, let them outshine me. Let it all work. Like there's ebb and flow. I'm a bit different. I'm not like, let's get our creative juices flowing, guys. I'm not that. What's your backstory? Excuse me? Excuse me? It's enter here where it says in the script, I enter, then yell at you. So that's me. I constantly work out, keep the body, because the more you work out, that's for longevity. And these verticals, they're pretty physically intense with the stunts.
Yeah, especially the ones that you have chosen, or who have the roles that have chosen you.
Yeah. And please know that like they don't necessarily ask, do you have stunt backgrounds? They do write that they're stunts, but they don't really check. And I've been on set where you're lucky. You guys are lucky that I'm a stunt guy and I'm able to do this and we're able to make it all safe. But otherwise, sometimes it's like, wow, they're really doing this to this poor actor who's a bit up in age. And
and one other, talking about combat and whatnot, I saw we were talking about Star Wars. You were kind of in a kind of Star Warsy movie.
Wow.
Battle Star Wars.
Oh my God.
Lightsaber thing.
That works, yeah.
Battle Star Wars again is a horizontal vertical.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, someone got shot in that with a laser. It didn't even make a noise, and the actor just fell down.
It's called a fan film.
What?
It's called a fan film.
Yeah, a fan film, but made by the people that did Sharknado.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Asylum.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
The same spaceship. Blue lights were the good guys, and then they changed the light to red, and that was the bad guy ship.
But how much fun was it to be, to do a lightsaber battle? That kind of had to be fun.
The lightsaber battle, that's a different one. That was a faith-based for a church, doing some analogy with Star Wars and the biblical story of Christ.
Okay.
And that one was very rewarding because we took a day of rehearsal for the lightsaber battle. And I was like, how are you going to make the noise, and how are you going to make the lightsaber look cool? And then when they showed it, I'm like, I could use this for a stunt reel.
This is cool.
Yeah, this is cool.
Well, you have done so many comedic, dark roles, westerns, everything. I'm going to pass it to Michael.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that because I've got a couple people in the chat room that have a couple of comments.
No way.
Alara Martin says,
Yes.
Hi, Justin. Italian vertical lover here.
Yes.
How are you doing? And this is her question. What role changed you the most in vertical?
Okay, which one challenged me the most in the vertical?
Yeah.
So Ilaria, the one that challenged me the most is truly the Cowgirl Rules Now. Because every day I was physically exhausted, yelling and it seeps into you. If you're going to yell at someone all day and say, you're stupid, you're dumb, you're stupid, you're dumb, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill you. It doesn't mean that I'm going to automatically go, oh, I must kill you, I must kill you. It's just very negative, and the soul feels that. So every day I was extremely exhausted, especially because I had a whip, I had a slap, and then just being a total asshole for 8 days. So that is definitely the most challenging. Great question.
And she also says, I know the one that made me follow you. Now, if you're still in the chat room, please let us know what vertical was that made you start following him. Yeah, we'd like to know that. And then Ray the Shiva says, hi, Justin. And then
he's a friend from Tokyo.
Okay, and here's another one. And he says Yoganator. So there you go.
We both did modeling in Japan.
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah. Okay. And did that just fall in like all the other ones with the modeling in Japan, with all the other things that you did, or?
So what brought me there was to teach English for a year.
Right.
1 year visa to teach English. That company enjoyed what I did so much. They said, would you stay on for half a year? I said, sure. So they extended and gave me a 3-year visa, but I only had to teach 6 months. I had a list of modeling agencies with me already from my modeling agency in New York.
Oh, okay.
They said, Justin, you probably do very well in Japan, just because I'm not 6'3". I'm 5'11". So 6'3" is good for the catwalks and fashion model. I'm not a fashion model, but they said, you probably do great with cars and all that stuff. And they couldn't have been more right than that. So when I finished my 1.5 years at the English school, I looked up all the agencies. I went to them, gave them my comp card and my headshots. And once I booked the first job, the rest is history.
Okay, Alara put it like spoiled rotten, Richard.
Oh yeah, Richard. Now, Ilara, that one, it's so interesting. I've done 28 verticals, and maybe 3 of them, the director says, we're not going the vertical route. We're not. Calm down. Let's be grounded. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Not blah, blah, blah. But let's be grounded. Here's the script. The script makes sense. Everything is grammatically correct. That's spoiled rotten. And I thoroughly, it was a shame. It was a 1-day shoot, and I had a blast. I haven't even seen it all yet. I haven't even seen it. I want it for my reel.
And you haven't seen the whole thing?
No, I haven't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be nice, unfortunately, and I am going to go back to Liz.
Oh, thank you. Speaking of verticals, I have to ask you this, because you were in actually 2 of my favorite verticals that are done. One, of course, was the Alpha Queen Returns, and my goodness, I loved you just how double deceiving you were on that with flipping back and forth. But the one that I really, really liked was the Duke's Masked Bride, because you did that one with your cousin.
I love it.
And I have to ask you about this one scene, because there's one scene where you're coming up to him at the desk and you're like kind of antagonizing him a little bit with a feather in his face. I swear to God, Joel looked like he was going to break.
Yeah.
Was it really that bad?
Could you imagine? We're dressing up Victorian clothing. Here we are on set for the second time in our life together, and I have the upper hand on him, and he has to play this weekly. And like, oh, especially the other night when I had your daughter, is she can repay my debts?
Yeah.
And we held it together, but when they said cut, I don't know how we did it. I really don't.
Well, it's like the camera was directed more at his face where you could really see it, and you could really see kind of the sides of his mouth were like twitching. He was really trying hard to break, not to break. It was so funny. So I really had to say I really enjoyed that.
And Gina, who I starred in with the Secret Lives of a Surgeon's Wife on Lifetime.
Yeah.
When you get three good actors in one scene, it no longer seems like a vertical. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It seems, wow, this makes sense. You're holding this over him. Oh my God, you killed the cat. She loves it.
That was mean. You break your neck, throw it out the window.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah,
I absolutely love that. And what was the one that I have a story about?
The Alpha Queen's Returns.
Okay, so Alpha Queen's Return, I'm probably on number 8. Okay, and I got in my head on that one. It was like, what am I doing? Okay, the money's good, but what is this? What are we doing? What I'm a werewolf? I'm a werewolf? What is going, whose money? Who needs, oh my, Justin, what are you doing with your career, right? And then all of a sudden, there's a scene where I'm in the jail, and there's my son, he's alive, and this guy is gonna threaten to kill my son. And I said, what the hell? Justin, the director is allowing you to play as much as you want. So play. Boom. Yeah. I get the tear stick. I get the snot going. The makeup artist said, "Oh no, you have snot coming." I go, "Don't you dare touch it. Don't you dare touch it." And then I realized they're not telling you what you can or cannot say. This admiral says, "What should I do?" Okay. I'll kill that one. He goes, I mean, this is how it's written. He goes with his knife to kill my son, and I say, N-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O, exclamation point. Come on. No! I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to do. I said, what do you do? What the fuck? You better not fucking touch it. You better not fucking, no! And then the whole thing just came out. And that director pulled me aside. He says, we always strive for the gold. You gave me gold. Thank you. Very simple English. English is not his first language. We always strive for the gold. You gave me the gold. Thank you. And there is where my vertical career switched. I said, you've got to make these what you want to, as much as you can. With the director, you know, when a director says, please yell that line, then you kind of have to yell it. But when I get down and I threaten her, see, I remember these things because it was fun. When she's down, we've given her poison, she's losing her power. And I'm like, wow, isn't that funny? Just yesterday, you're threatening me and my son. How does it feel like, huh? How does it fucking feel, huh? You know, they allowed me to do this, and that's what makes it great. Let the actors add 1 or 2 words can change those scripts dramatically.
Oh, they can, and you made it very realistic to where you almost kind of forgot it was a werewolf fantasy. It was more of, that was, it was one of the better ones.
Thank you.
I do have to say one thing, kind of getting off verticals for a minute, and I was really trying to see if my niece would be the one to actually have to ask this question, but she found out I was doing it. She's 25 years old, and she asked me to ask you this. Do you still drink milk after being milk boarded?
Oh my gosh, she knows.
Billie Eilish, yes.
Billie Eilish.
Yep.
I love milk. I still drink it. I absolutely love it. I had no clue who Billie Eilish was when I did that. Didn't take one picture with her. Had no clue what that was going to be song of the year. No clue. And I can't believe that's what I'm getting asked. I mean, it's what a memory.
Yeah, and you know, she was a lot younger then too. So I mean, she was really into, you know, the Billie Eilish, and you know, my daughter who's 20 is more into the K-pop stuff. So it's like, you know, but yeah, I'm an 80s rocker, you know, so it's like that's more my thing. But yeah, I just had to. She was like, please. I said, would you just get her on and ask? What's the big deal?
Yeah, that's I still love milk. That's awesome.
You did several different comedic reels, and 2 of them I literally almost spit my coffee out when you did M Drive. But both Upcart and M Drive were so funny.
Thank you.
And I don't think you had done anything comedic before until you wound up doing Divorce Bait. And that is absolutely hysterical.
Oh, you saw it? You watched
oh, God, movie? Yes. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
So, your character is just so funny. But come
on. I'm sorry. Come in.
Who plays your wife was just nuts.
Yes. That was like the, you know, we kind of based it off the Lucille Ball, Ricky Ricardo kind of dynamic.
Yeah, I got that vibe.
Yeah. But thank you so much for watching that. That is the movie I am truly proud of. I'm proud of a lot of them, but that one, you know, I want to be doing comedies constantly. Like I just saw, oh my God, Good Fortune. Yesterday I went to the movie Good Fortune. Good Fortune and like a movie like Dan in Real Life. My dad asked me recently, what kind of movies do you really want to be in? That's it. Something that just has like, it lets people just relax, enjoy, laugh, and then possibly cry somewhere in between. So Divorce Bait is one of those where people can just enjoy it.
Well, with the exception of the comic reels, I really hadn't seen you do anything, like I said, comedic acting-wise. I have seen you in so many different Lifetime movies, and you're always, you know, the dark, evil character. You know, in fact, 2 of my favorites that you did was Driven to Kill and, of course, Secrets in the Building, which I believe there's some director connection or something to that as well. But
yes, Doug Campbell.
Yeah. And it's just, those are a couple of my absolute favorites. But I am a Lifetime and Hallmark movie fanatic. So, it was right up my thing. Although I do have a question for Miss Marcia to get involved in with this. Marcia, do you know that our guest here has a certain connection to this time of year?
Who has a connection?
Our guest?
Connection to this time of year?
This particular time of year.
Other than baseball?
Other than baseball. And I can see Justin running through his head trying to figure it out.
I'm lost.
Okay.
Well, I was going crazy because I know I have one because of one of my boys. And we used to loan them all around this time of the year with certain costumes. Ruby's
oh my
costume.
gosh, you guys are... This is truly like Hot Ones.
And he had the Anakin one. We had the Anakin one. And when I figured out that that was you and you were going to be on here, I was like, oh, where is that? I literally was going crazy trying to find it. I think it's in our storage unit that's off property. And so I couldn't go and get it. And of course, they've way outgrown it by now, even though it
Ruby's costume.
Adult sizes. Yep.
Ruby's costume. My whole family, I mean, we had so much laughs. Like, look, Dad, I went to an Ivy League school. Here's my first job out of college. And he was like,
oh, that's too funny.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was a caveman. I was a chef.
I think I saw, was it the chef? Didn't he have something coming out of his chef hat or something?
A pig.
A pig, yeah. 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 So,
oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. This is great.
You have something that was just played in the film festival in Denton, Ohio. If I remember correctly. I think it was just this last week, the 24th, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just got back on Saturday. Water's Edge is what it's called. Yeah. And it was the premiere of it, not a film festival, just showing it to everyone who made it and anyone that wanted to come see it. Director is Lana Reed. That is my first true thriller. And when I say that, is that Lifetime has to tone it down. Mm-hmm. There's no guns. There's hardly blood. There's no swear words. I'm not saying guns, blood, and swear words make a movie, but it was amazing to have a director, go for it, guys. You're in the woods. You have a very bad predicament. Go for it. What would you do? Overlapping each other's dialogue. So I was pleasantly surprised and pleased with the outcome. And I can't wait for it to stream.
Oh, I can't either because literally besides you, there's 3 other actors in there that I have been a fan of for eons. And that's Eric Fellows, and of course Michael Piar. So
yes, Michael, so sweet. Oh my Lord, I didn't get to meet Eric, but Michael, I was in the scenes.
I've met Michael a couple of times. I haven't gotten the chance to meet Eric Roberts, although I'd love to at some point. But
have you met Eric Fellows?
I haven't. I wanted to go to Verticon because I know that he was at Verticon, but just didn't. The times didn't line up with different things. So yeah,
he's the reason I got that job. The
Water's You've acted with him once before, correct?
Divorce Bait, but we were never in the scene together.
That's right. It was Divorce Bait.
Yeah. So he threw out my name to the director for Water's Edge. She said, okay, can you do these 2 scenes? I did, and I got hired. So shout out to Eric, who took care of one of his buddies. Yeah, we are in scenes together, and they are intense.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there's one thing that sticks in my mind with Divorce Bait. I'm going to pass it to Marcia here in a second. But when you went to the pool party and got
there's a director.
Room,
that's why I had to throw that up, Liz, because...
Oh, okay, Garrett Films, yay!
Yes! Wow.
But yeah, what I was saying with Divorce Bait, when you got locked in that room in the pool party, I literally just about busted a gut laughing on that. It was so funny.
Should you want to change? I won't look.
Yeah, I know.
I love how weird and awkward the whole thing is. Oh,
you guys played it spectacularly. Marcia, I'm going to throw it to you.
Thank you. One of your roles, I'm not sure how long ago this was, but one of my favorite films and stage plays is Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh.
And
Mhm.
and
Oh,
I know
man.
you
I
you
love it.
played the dentist
Yeah.
um and that was Steve Martin. Was it Steve Martin?
Yeah.
No, it was
Martin.
Steve
in the
Martin.
movie.
Yep. Steve
So
Martin.
that is just a fun role.
I was so lucky. The Tokyo International Players did Little Shop of Horrors. I auditioned. I'm not a singer, but that's a bit of an Elvis, and I think it's kind of when I was younger, just a bad little kid. I did that one where they had a choreographer, and I said, "Hold on one second before you say it. Watch me do it." So I did it like it was a striptease and all this stuff. Oh man, I absolutely. When you hear that crowd after now spit and everyone, yeah, I was like, this is so much fun.
So how many performances was that? Was it one?
Maybe 4 or 5. It never was long. It's community theater. That's all I got in Japan was community theater. I always said that's my little dose of real acting besides commercials. But the stage play is different than the movies because the dentist has one more song where he gets asphyxiated with the laughing gas. And he has to sing a song going in and out of consciousness and then dies. That was difficult. That was a difficult song to do.
And yeah, go ahead.
But I love it. Like that, the whole musical is beautiful.
I love that musical.
The song, Downtown, I would get filled up. I don't know why am I getting filled up with Downtown. We were all dressed as bums, and we come towards the audience. You go downtown. Love it.
You need to do some more stage. You need to do. I love it.
Yeah,
but I can't in LA. It's financially stupid.
That's what people said
to do theater. My first theater was $600, 1 month rehearsal, 1 month rehearsal, 1 month shows, 2 on I forgot what it was. 1 on Friday night and then 2 on Saturday night. It was great. It's like it's building your muscle, but
yeah. And I have a guilty pleasure in watching Deadly Cheerleader movies on Lifetime. So come on, who doesn't like a Deadly Cheerleader movie?
Deadly Cheers.
Where you watch, yes, you were a knife wielding bad guy.
And the director allowed me at my final line of the final line that I had before I get knocked out was, "This will be the best year ever." And I said, "Let me say it like a cheerleader. This will be the best year ever."
Yep, and then you got it. That was actually a movie that I had watched before I even knew that you were going to be on here. So I said, wait a minute, I've seen this before. So it's so much fun seeing something and then going back and saying, oh yeah, I remember he was in that. But movies like that bring some fun to existence because it's over the top. It's I don't take it seriously. But so what are some of the things that you have coming up? Because you have some verticals coming up. You have some other things.
I can't wait for the release of Finding Love, Finding Happiness is my first lead role in a vertical. I think is it Drama Wave? Is that one of the apps?
That's one of the apps, yeah.
Okay.
Drama Wave, Drama Box.
Yeah. It could be Drama Wave. I need to email them and see when is this supposed to be released. I'm looking forward to that release because it's the first time that I'm a lead. But as of now, where am I? I am at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 395 auditions this year.
Oh my gosh.
I'm at 395. I just auditioned yesterday with 3. The day before I had 6. So we'll see. They're both commercial and verticals. We'll see if anything comes of it. But as of now, I have another commercial November 6th. coming up. But it's
And
been a great year.
I wanted to thank you for your media presence, because you have a phenomenal website. I love your current website, where you have a lot of things
Andrea.
where people can find out about you.
Andrea, that's a fan, Andrea,
Oh
who
gosh.
does that, who is amazing. Has nothing to do with me. That is purely her. She tells me when things are coming out.
Wow.
Like Liz.
She tells me when things are coming out.
Well, it's great to have fans like that, because
Oh my God. It's just
the
like
supportiveness.
the full page. What do you want to know something about me? There it is.
Yeah.
You know who else has a fan like that? Richard Dean Anderson, who played MacGyver.
Okay.
He has a fan who over 30, 20 years
Wow.
has supported him with that kind of support of giving website, giving information, and kind of being a bridge between fans and the star, the celebrity. So as a celebrity, do you remember the first time you were asked for your autograph?
First time was probably in Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what it was for, but the first time in America, I do remember this specifically because I had just done the Showtime show called Submission. And that was a 6-episode erotic thriller thing.
Submission. Mm-hmm.
Too bad it got canceled too.
What?
I said it was too bad it got canceled. They didn't carry it on. It was great.
I know. Thank you. My mom had tickets to a Yankee game, 2000, I don't know, 17.
Mm-hmm.
Early. I can't remember when it happened. I think because I shot that in 2016. So 2017, she has free tickets. And as I'm walking to the subway and everything, my mom had already gone there because she had all the tickets for the whole group. As I'm walking there, I go, you know what's funny? I have a feeling someone's going to recognize me from Submission here. And my whole life, I thought I was going to be signing baseballs and bats at this location. I said, but I think God has made it that my first autograph will be at Yankee Stadium for not being a player. And that's what happened.
Wow.
That's what happened.
Wow. And with verticals and where do you think it's going? It's been moving so fast and changing, and we're seeing more fantasy, more sci-fi, more period pieces. Where do you see it going?
As I say to my cousin Joel, all you have to do is change a couple concepts and a couple words, and then you got a new movie.
Yeah.
Because they keep using this. What is it called? Identity reveal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we've really pushed the identity reveal genre
to the limit.
What?
To the limit.
To the limit. So let's just do I don't know sports and just champions. No one's owning just make champions, whatever. Girl sports, male sports, the sci-fi. I mean, are they maybe costumes get upgraded for aliens? I don't. But right now it's like who's producing them, what they're making in money. They're going, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Yeah.
And there is huge money. I had no idea in the beginning how much is being generated by. However, I do see more people asking for fewer slaps, fewer kind of the whip kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to the newer wave where people such as yourself who might be producing or directing or writing. Is that something that you've thought of?
Never. It's weird. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about me. I don't. I like, just give me your words and I'll make them come to life. That's me. Have I ever been presented the opportunity? No. Could I do it? Probably. Could I do it well? That I don't know. But it's just not. It's not part of my makeup.
And I can appreciate that because not everybody can or wants to do every aspect of something and I'd like to hear that you have found your area for now. You know, it might change. And also, we haven't really talked about your dancing much, but I saw a piece of yours where you're quite an accomplished dancer as well.
Thank you. I'm assuming that's from the Full Monty.
Yes.
The Smooth Criminal. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a striptease for the musical The Full Monty. That was lucrative. That was fun theater. But you know what a little bit sad is that the dancing has really kind of stopped since then. That was 7 years ago. There's not much with my age. You know, they're not looking for a dancing father in the Toyota commercial. I wish they were. Because I could do it, but the verticals aren't asking for that. Yeah. You know, that'd be right. There's the new genre. The dance teacher falls in love with the student or whatever it might be, or like a Billie Elliot kind of story. Who knows? But that's unfortunately something that has dwindled out of my life, and it is sad. I love to dance.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go to Michael, but in case I thank you so much for such a fun time with you today.
Thank you.
And so, Michael.
Well, we have a lot of comments. I'm just going to throw them up because I think it was when I had to take a little figure out what was going on outside. Ray was laughing hysterically at something you said. I think I do remember when that was. And then, good news. As I said, I'm not sure where this was coming from. Okay. And then, whoops, I just lost something. And then Ray says, whoa, 395 auditions. Hard work pays off.
Yeah.
And says, that's great. And then more smiley faces. Ray likes icon
Elliot.
Little thing. Elliot. Yeah. I think was that the baseball?
No, Elliot was the role that I did in submission.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So those were the main ones, and then this is Ilaria says we are pushing for a change, especially us Europeans cannot relate to the love story stemming from health or education debts. For us, it's all public. That makes total sense.
Interesting.
Because they have a totally different healthcare system, and so those would not make sense to them over there. So, yeah. So maybe they'll get some, based over in Europe, and but I'm sure they do, because that's one other thing I've noticed since I started looking into this. It's been over a year now that it's changing, and it's grown a lot in the last year. And I'm sure it's going to keep growing. And Liz, did you have any closing questions? That I know you had about 20 pages.
I didn't quite have that many, but no, I did have one. Do I lose everybody?
No, you're still here.
Okay, just all of a sudden my screen went completely cuckoo.
Oh, well, that was me yesterday. So yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, it went completely blank. I was seeing my main screen the whole bit. No, the one main question I actually wanted to ask, and my partner in crime on another program that I do will kill me if I don't ask this question. I have another program that I do that does just about all things Japanese. A lot of anime, the food, the culture, the whole bit. And she will die if I don't ask you the question, especially since you do speak the language as well. Would you be ever interested in doing an anime type voiceover?
Oh, of course.
Cool.
Of course.
Cool.
I would love to do that. I just never have had the opportunity. I think voiceovers now, you actually need the studio to be in your house and have I haven't invested in it. I'm stupid. I'm doing it from my phone. Everyone's like, oh, we love your voice. Do you do voiceovers? I'm like, yeah, I did a lot in Japan, but now everyone I think has the professional setup and they just go with those people. But of course I would love to do an animated. I love to work. I love to work.
I was thinking, so many times we do a lot of the voiceover work for into English here, like especially with a lot of Miyazaki films. But you speak the language itself, and you are so good at being an actual actor. I think it would be very advantageous for you to actually do the role, do it in Japanese. You understand the language. You understand the culture and meaning behind it. Whereas a lot of times when we do the voiceover work for English, the translation, a lot of things don't follow through.
True.
So I think that'd be really interesting to see you do something like that.
Yeah, I would love to. Absolutely.
And yeah, and also kind of wanted to second Marcia. Really thank you so much for taking your time. I literally could probably talk your ear off for another hour or two, but I'm not going to do that.
This has been amazing. It's like, because you said I'm a celebrity, and this is the first time feeling like one because of the research you've done and the questions you've asked me. I am shocked. Like I've always wanted that. I wanted those shocking questions, but I've never had them. Everything has been regurgitated, the same old, same old. So I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Thank you.
Well, you may regret it because the last comment I'm going to throw up here, they basically are saying now, since you're big time, they want you to know something. It says, now that you are big time, do you think you can pay me the $500 I lent you 5 years ago? That's probably, it's from Brent. Is that your
man? There's the man who gave me my comedic ability. My mom's going to say she did, but that's not true. It's my dad.
This is your dad. Okay.
Oh my God.
Bravo.
That is so him. Love you, Dad. Love you. Thank you. I'm sweat over here. I don't have the 500.
No, you used it up already, right?
Oh my God. That is so my dad. That's so my dad.
But anyway, Justin, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
We would love you to come back again. You've got some new stuff coming, or you just want to chit chat. We'd love to have you back.
I would love to be on again. Let me get this other lead role to be out, and then maybe book another lead, and then a couple more werewolves and a couple more slaps, and I'll be ready to go again.
There you go. That sounds great. So that'll be in about 4 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Or 5, maybe.
I'll text you on Thursday.
Okay, there you go. There you go. But everyone out there, thank you all for coming. This was just wonderful.
Oh,
and
wow.
If you missed it live and you're watching it later, do tell your friends. I mean, we had a blast, and I think they would have a blast watching it too. So everyone, take care, and we will talk to you all again later. We've got some more vertical people coming up. Like, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube and on Facebook. And if you do us on Instagram, you can get the links to go to our YouTube page so you can get everything. So everyone, take care, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.